Hi, I managed to track down another one of those pesky lighthouses yesterday. This is part 19 of the never-ending fire sermon. Briefly returning to the carbuncles, the Garnet Star Mu Kefi in Cepheus, I don't know how to pronounce it, could be relevant. It's known as Herschel Star after Frederick William Herschel. And I thought about the idea of the shell there, linking back to Mansfield, but that's a separate issue. So this music crept by me upon the waters comes from Ferdinand's speech. So where should this music be, in the air or the earth? And then after a few more lines, this music crept by me upon the waters. So I thought invoking the element of air, perhaps, which links to those repetitions of hair. So, and along the strand up Queen Victoria Street, so there's a strand of hair there as well as the strand of street, which links back to the automatic hand touching the hair, smoothing. I thought of Coma Berenice. The automatic hand, I had a thought when I woke up this morning, they occasionally do pop in my head, that it could relate to automatic writing and like surrealist art. And then because I was listening to a podcast about it yesterday, I thought it could also relate to like John Dee and Edward Kelly and their scrying and Enochian alphabet and maybe even different alphabets, perhaps as a cipher to understand other layers of the poem. I'm not getting interested in that. This is bad enough. So Queen Victoria Street is in London junctions with New Bridge Street and Victoria Embankment in the Baynard Castle area. And I know I read about Baynard Castle earlier and then probably forgot. So New Bridge Street might relate to the "Oh City, City" as in "Oh Newt, Newt" or "Police, Police." There's a Victoria Street also in London, Ontario, where on Victoria Day 24/5/1881 on the Thames River, there was a ferry disaster with SS Victoria colliding and sinking with 200 passengers dying. Even though it was a very shallow river, they hit a sandbank and presumably like the current or whatever that was produced dragged them under, which is awful. They often had a band on board or someone playing the piano, so I thought that could link back to the music. He may have read an article about it. There was also a HMS Victoria on the 22nd of June 1893. She collided with HMS Camperdown near Tripoli, killing 358 crew members. Just thinking prophetically, there was a HMS Victorious, which had a much more successful outcome in World War II. The Ontario Thames flows from Tavistock to Lighthouse Cove on Lake St. Clair. Both of those are interesting to me. Tavistock for Francis Drake and Lake St. Clair because of the St. Clair links, I think, with that church in Scotland. The name escapes me. And in UK London, Lower Thames Street, there were Roman baths. The public bar beside Lower Thames Street is likely Temple Bar, which is on the end of the Strand, with Trafalgar Square at the other end. Temple Bar was a gateway to the city. Have a little bit more.